Coach Davis said they'll spend a couple hours on Friday night just breaking down our game film, and then on Saturday, just depending on the team we're getting ready to play and how many films we have, anywhere from probably 2 to 8 hours, I would say, if that's fair, of breaking down opponent film, figuring out, okay, here's how they line up, here's what their personnel is. By the time we come in Sunday, I mean, we know who plays what position, we know what their tendencies are on offense and defense. We've done all that breakdown work before we ever get there on Sunday. So then we can get on the whiteboard and start drawing stuff up and say, okay, when they get in this defense, here's the play package that we think would be most successful with our personnel that's within our system. When they show us this offense, here's the defensive alignment. Here's the defensive calls that we think are going to be most successful. So then it's another, we get there, 1:30, and we usually don't get out of there until about 6 on Sunday, 6 or 6:30 on Sunday. And that's just our weekend. And we've probably already put in, 15, 20 hours each on preparation, and that's before the week ever starts. And then the week starts, and offensive and defensive coordinators are writing scripts for the whole week. Here's what we're going to do with our practice time. I mean, it's detailed down to these 10 minutes we're going to do this, these 5 minutes we're going to do that, these 10 minutes we're going to do that. Here's the offensive plays we're going to run today, just with the receivers. Here's the ones we'll run with the backs. Here's the ones we'll run as a whole team. And it's the same thing on defense. Coach Hope will have a list of, I think today there were about 30 plays.
Yep.
About 30 plays that the scout offense had to run for the defense to see and go over again. And that's a daily thing. Those scripts all have to be created and written, and then once it's written, the play has to be drawn so that when Coach Davis is running the scout offense, he can show the scout offense a picture and say, here's what you all do. So our defense can see a simulation of what our opponent's going to do, so we can try to prepare them.
But you're taking that basic, say, 4-scheme defense and applying it to whatever offense they're going to see, correctly?
Right.
So, I mean, you're still keeping it simplistic for the offense and the defense, but you're applying those simple values to what they're going to see.
Right.
Okay.
But even in the basics of our basic offense and our basic defense, there's multiple things that can happen off of each formation, offensively and defensively. And then we look for matchups. We look and say, this receiver has a good matchup on this play, or this running back has a good matchup, or this offensive lineman has a good chance of, blocking this guy the direction we want him to go to make this play work. So there's a lot of variables there. And coaches spend sometimes sleepless hours in the middle of the night. We wake up, I know we all do it, and wake up in the middle of the night and we could do this, and then the next day, one of us will say, hey, Coach, did you think about trying this?
Hoping you wrote it down at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Sometimes I do. At my age, you have to.
There's been many times to where me and my wife or some friends or family, we go out to eat and stuff, and we be in the middle of talking, and it has hit me, and I'll be like, why haven't I thought about this? This goes right hand in hand with us. Yeah. And I'll get a napkin and I'll get a pen and I'll write it down and I'll put it in my pocket. I've done that a number of times.
It's called an epiphany.
There you go.
He had an epiphany.
Now you're using big words, Coach.
I was sitting there thinking, and suddenly I had me a thought.
That's right.
That's it.
Coach is smart.
That's it. So anyway, I'll say this into the camera, and that's why you want to be a football coach. Well, you two guys do a great job. I thoroughly enjoy being around both of you. So it's
we have a lot of fun doing it. We don't do it for the money. We do it because we love the game and we love the kids.
I don't do it for the money either, guys. Believe me. I do it for the love of these kids. You guys are the ones that keep me young. I want you to know that. So that's a good thing. Love calling your name on Friday night.
I love hearing it.
How were they calling his name the other night?
One was Halams.
Like hell coming
and one was Halams, and I'm like, and Eddie and I are sitting over there going, man, I got to go talk to that guy. I got to go talk to that dude. I got to get him a pronunciation guide. I said, that ain't gonna work. And I got a chance to meet him at halftime, and I told him, I said, let me explain to you how it's pronounced. He said, oh, I appreciate that. He was very, very acceptable to hear what I had to tell him. So that was a good thing. So anyway, got any more players? I know you do. You got one on deck right over here.
We can trade out players. I see a couple of them over there.
All right,
you guys want to trade out? Come on, Jay-Z. You can come talk. Come on, Drew. You always step in. You always have an opinion.
What are you so scared about, Jay-Z?
Jay-Z, get over here. Come on.
It's just a microphone and answering questions.
Being on camera. We're back, by the way. Oh, I do apologize for the technical glitch that we had, but we had lost internet service, but now we've got it back, so we're good.
There we go. Put the headset on. It makes you look cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Jay-Z, yeah.
Whoa.
Now I want to know. I want to know on Friday nights, do they call him Jay-Z or do they call him Jazarius? And do they have trouble pronouncing that?
No, I call him Jay-Z. But usually it's the last name.
Okay.
Now here's the key. Now here's the key to it. If you do something spectacular, you get your number and your entire name mentioned.
Alrighty.
Okay. All right.
I'm just wondering if they're having trouble pronouncing his name on Friday night.
Oh no, they've got that okay. No, I'm good with that.
They usually say Jazarius or Zachary with the carry.
Right. And I usually say Zachary, unless you do something spectacular. Then I said you get your number and your name.
So, all right.
We just call him Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Well, I just hope I hear his number and his full name.
Yeah, I hope you hear his full name a lot.
All right. I got y'all tomorrow, then.
All right. Good.
Okay, that's what
I got.
we're
Hey,
hoping for.
and I got you tomorrow. You do something outstanding, you get both.
Okay.
How about that? All right.
I like it.
All right.
So
Cool.
Jay-Z, Drew, what do you, tell us how you're feeling about tomorrow night.
I'm ready.
You're ready.
Yes.
Excited for the opportunity.
Right.
You know, I don't believe in luck. I believe that luck is the intersection of preparation and opportunity.
Right.
Okay, we have a big opportunity tomorrow night, and you say you're ready, so
Yep.
there you go.
The Lions are ready. We're ready.
Okay.
What about it, Drew? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous, honestly. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people there, so. I mean, but nerves are good. Nerves keep you on edge, keep you focused.
Oh, it's gonna now. There is no lie here, folks. It's going to be packed. I mean, it's going to be every seat taken, without a doubt. I got the best seat in the house tomorrow night. I'm telling you, 50-yard line in the press box. That's the best seat you can have. But it's going to get crowded. Get there early. Parking is going to be different for tomorrow night. So it's going to be a 50-50 crowd. We're hoping 75-25 crowd, but, you know, that's the way things go. But with that being said, you ready to shake those nerves off?
I'll be ready whenever it's time.
Okay. All right. I mean, when we announce, here come the Columbia Central High Lions, and you're running out of that tunnel,
It'll be on.
it'll be on, game on at that point.
It'll be electric tomorrow night.
It will
with
be.
a big crowd and TV cameras and everything there. It's going to be a pretty electric atmosphere. We're excited about the great football atmosphere tomorrow night. I wish it would be a little bit cooler.
Right.
Yeah, the heat is one thing that's the variable in all of it. The cramping, possible
We're not
cramping.
excited. You know, we're hoping by it being a TV game, there'll be some TV timeouts. I think that'll probably help both teams a little bit, just from a hydration standpoint. And,
Right.
You know, so that's probably good for the boys, because that is a concern of ours with the temperature. You know, last week we weren't acclimated to it. It had been cool all week, and then all of a sudden it turned warm just on Friday, and the boys weren't acclimated. This week it's been pretty hot at practice too, hasn't it, fellas?
Yes, sir.
So we've acclimated a little bit better, I think, this week for it. And with the TV timeouts, hopefully that'll make a difference.
And that will be my TV 30, the game of the week. And by the way, we did win the voting on
heard that.
Facebook.
The Tennessee Titans.
Yes, game of the week. I think it was like 46 to 43%, something like that is what we got. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Okay, cool.
So that's what happens when Columbia Central gets behind their team.
So we're the game of the week, and if we win,
Be the coach of the Coach Oath goes into some kind of drawing for something.
All right. He'll probably just spend it all on us, Coach Davis. You reckon?
I'll take it.
Oh, wait a minute. Now we've got it. We're up and moving on the video now, so we've got that down. So you've already committed him.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll take care of us.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that. All right, got any more players? Drew's ready. Drew's going to be ready when I announce him coming out of the tunnel. You're going to be ready for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay-Z's ready.
Will Anderson here, one of our linebackers.
I'm still on the mic. I want to talk.
Get out.
Let
me get out.
Well, Jay-Z, I couldn't get you over here. Now you're going to stay, huh?
Yep.
Oh yeah, he
He
likes
was
this.
nervous, and
He's
then
like
now
this.
you done got him hooked.
Will Anderson, middle linebacker.
Yes, sir.
How you feel?
Feeling good, Coach.
How many times is that shoulder going to pop out this year?
I don't know. I think we figured out it's not really my shoulder so much. It's Fett told me like a web of nerves in my neck. Whenever my neck and shoulder get pushed apart the wrong way, it just makes those nerves go crazy, and it just goes all down my arm. But it's just one of those things that I don't really know how to keep from happening. It's a crazy game, and my head's going to go one way and my body might go the other. It's just one of those things that me and Fett have talked about, that we've decided that if it happens, it happens. There's nothing we can really do too much about.
But can you go back in the game and be okay?
Oh yes, sir.
As soon as he regains feeling in his arm.
Yeah, as soon as I can feel my hands and my fingers and stuff, I'm good. I'll get
That's a
back
good
in there.
thing.
Yes, sir. But no, they haven't been serious to where I want to take myself out. As soon as like it just calms down a little bit, I want to get back in there. I don't want to take away from my team and my guys.
Senior year.
Yes, sir.
That's right. Changed to number 5 last week.
Yes, sir. We put in a new formation, and they moved me to fullback, and it's just we put in a play where I could possibly get the ball, and with number 52, it would be against the rules for me to receive a handoff and possibly a pass if that were to happen. But so they changed me to number 5, so we wouldn't have to give up some penalty yards.
Now here's a thought: tear away 2. You just tear that 2 away, and
I think he's fine in number 5. We kind of like it that way right now.
All right.
We have his other jersey just in case.
In
Yeah,
case.
I mean, if he had to fill in for one of the guys on the line or something, we could always change him back.
Okay. All right.
But he brings a lot of value where he's at. And at linebacker, it doesn't matter whether he's 52 or 5. But offensively, he gives us some more options offensively wearing the number 5. You excited about tomorrow night?
Oh, yes, sir. It's definitely going to be one of the biggest games of the year. Honestly, I think some of the guys maybe focused on it a little too much last week, and but I'm glad. I feel like all of our guys are, they've been waiting for this since we found out we were playing them again, and I've been waiting too. I have quite a few friends that go to Spring Hill, and I'm tired of hearing their mouth. I'm just ready to go out there and play football.
There you go. And Will is definitely one that'll just talk with his pads. He's a man of few words usually, even on the practice field. But he'll talk with his pads, and he'll talk loudly with his pads.
Well, there was someone several years ago that always said, Tredarius talks on the field. We didn't know what that meant until he got the 15-yard unsportsmanlike, but then we figured out he did his talking because he hit so hard.
Yes, sir.
And that's the way we like for you to be, hit so hard that you do all your talking by that.
Yeah,
That means.
I don't necessarily think I hit the hardest, but I'm going to go out there and try my best to outplay you, and I don't like talking. It's just not my forte. I'd just rather go out there and play ball.
One thing I can tell you, Will Anderson will give everything he has in the game. He will put blood, sweat, and tears into the game tomorrow night, and there will be nothing left to take home. And Will and I have had these discussions. When the game's over, irregardless of what happens, he's going to be able to look himself in the mirror when the game's over.
Because he's given everything he's got.
And that's all we can ask of any of them, is that they can look themselves in the mirror when the game's over.
Do you ever ask him the question, during practice or after the game, did you give everything you got?
Oh yeah, we do. Some of them will lie to me and say yes. Some of them will tell me the truth and say yes. And some of them will just walk away, won't answer me at all, just to be honest about it. But I do ask them. Hey, I'm going to indulge for a minute. I have a small Lion fan. I have a couple small Lion fans over here.
Okay.
They want to probably just say "Go Lions" or something.
Oh, that's fine.
There you go. We'll just let them slide in.
Look at these youngins.
Go up there. You got to get up by the mic.
Look at these Lions fans.
This is my grandson. This is Lincoln. Whoa.
No. Stand back.
Say "Go Lions."
Go Lions!
There you go.
There you go.
There we go.
Excellent.
You want to say it?
Go Lions!
Okay, that's McKenna. That's my granddaughter.
right.
Those are Jake's.
Yeah!
Okay, that's enough, Lincoln. Thank you very much. Yeah, some young Lions fans that are excited about the big game tomorrow night. They wanted to get in on the whole thing.
Well, that's fine. That's cool. We'll get everybody in. We'll bring the whole restaurant over. That'd be great.
So we'll let them in.
No, that's wonderful. I love the excitement of watching them and watching their especially back when Jake was doing some play-by-play for us or color. It was fun to watch, and they were being born at that time. And that was kind of fun to watch. The whole Sykes family is involved at some level.
At some point, all three of my boys have played. Josh played.
Yep.
And he was a defensive end. Jake played. He was a center. Jason, my youngest, played. He was a tight end. And then now Josh's oldest son, Dane, is our number 2 quarterback. Josh is helping manage the sideline now, and Jake was a color commentator for a while.
Yep,
so we've been involved ever since I can remember.
Jake did a good job with us, and we appreciate that. So, Will, how hard are you going to hit tomorrow night?
Sir?
How hard are you going to hit tomorrow night?
I'm gonna try to hit my hardest. I'm gonna try to, go out there and take someone's head off and just play rough, play dirty. Well, not dirty, but just get out there and be a little nasty. I'm gonna try to find something in myself to make me just get going and not hold back.
Remember, it's your home field.
Yes, sir.
It's your house. Don't let them take the Mayor's Cup from your house.
Yes, sir.
Now, I found out from Chris Pointer, who is the athletic director for Murray County, that the Mayor's Cup is going to take 2 football players to lift it.
I heard some stories about the Mayors.
I know it's 5 foot tall.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And he says one person can't lift it into the back of a pickup truck.
Will said, "Holy cow!" I don't know if you heard of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So we cannot let the Raiders come down here and take the inaugural Mayor's Cup back to Spring Hill. We need to have it to where we can put it downtown at City Hall, to where everybody can see that the Columbia Lions won it the first year. We want to win the inaugural Mayor's Cup.
Yes, sir.
All of us want it. We want it.
And isn't it true that if you win it, the entire roster, the names on the roster, all go on the Mayor's Cup? I thought I heard somebody say that the entire roster.
There's some special things. They've really tried to revive the rivalry, and it probably didn't take that much to revive it to start with. No. But they've really done some things to revive the rivalry a little bit, and a rivalry's good. A crosstown rivalry,
sure it is.
Good. As long as we keep it in perspective, it's a good thing.
Because I can tell you, years ago, when and especially in basketball, and I know it's a different environment, but when Columbia would go play Mount Pleasant, or Mount Pleasant would come to Columbia, those gyms were packed. Now we're going back 1969, 1970, 71, but that was a rivalry that everybody looked to in basketball every year, was going down to the Mount Pleasant gym. And absolutely, I mean, you had standing room, and the officials couldn't even hardly call the game because people were standing, on the floor.
And I expect that kind of atmosphere tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I don't think that Lindsey Nelson Stadium has seen a night like this probably since the Anderson County game on our state championship run.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last time I remember like it being standing room only at Lindsey Nelson Stadium.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I expect for tomorrow night.
And the thing was, it wasn't that many Anderson County people. It was that many Columbia people who were standing on the Anderson County side because it was so packed.
Yeah, it was wild, and that's kind of what I expect for tomorrow.
And I'm certainly glad we didn't have to go back up there and never play them again so far.
Amen.
That was an interesting night for sure, for sure. All right, got anybody else you want to bring on?
I don't know. See any more players over there?
I have no idea. Are there any band folks here? Is Trevor here yet? I don't think so.
I just want to bring the freshman coaches
Yeah, we
up.
get the freshman coaches up and let them
work. We got about 6 minutes.
Yeah, see if you can.
Will,
find,
thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Get Coach Tillman and Coach McCollum.
Or
He got stopped.
paging Scott Tillman. Paging Scott Tillman.
Tillman, McCollum, get over here.
Report to the bathhouse.
I don't know. I don't know if they're not hearing us or if they're just ignoring us.
Hey, I would remind everybody, though, that you can still get
Coach
tickets.
Tillman.
You can still get tickets
Coach Tillman, Coach McCollum.
for tomorrow night's game at Columbia Central. You can get those in the morning. Go see Renee Sharp, and she will sell you tickets. She was selling the daylights out of them when I was out there this morning.
I went by there yesterday morning, and there was just people steadily coming in.
Yeah.
getting tickets.
There's Coach
one of
McCollum. Coach McCollum, slide in here. He wanted to talk about the freshmen a little bit. You had a big freshman game on Monday night. And we've seen a few of the freshmen walking around here tonight, so maybe you and Coach Tillman can talk about that a little bit.
Also,
Coach Tillman.
AJ is Coach McCullum is our strength and conditioning guy, so he's been really working hard with him, even as we go through the season.
I can't fault that with the guns that he's got. Look at that.
Well,
just saying.
These guys are the freshman coaches, but they play a huge role with the varsity too. I mean, they help us, you know, with position coaching every day on the field, and on Friday nights they're both out there and they both have roles and responsibilities on the field. So our freshmen integrate with the varsity a lot during our practice time and our individual time and everything. But thought you guys might want to talk about the freshman team a little bit and the game Monday night, and you got a game coming up this Monday night, I think. And
Yep. I'm going to go ahead and let Scott take over here.
Dang.
First thing.
he's going to defer.
And I'm going to defer to the second half.
Way to go, HC.
defer to the second half. I love it.
Well,
Toss.
I mean, our freshman team, we got some kids that like Carter Solowski. I mean, right now he's second team varsity tackle. I mean, he's definitely going to be a kid that next year is going to be able to plug right in.
Yeah, we called his name a lot Monday.
Oh, I mean, he's going to plug right in. Another kid, Blaine Davis, hard working, little undersized for a lineman. You know, typically the way we like to look at it, but kid works hard. He plays whistle to whistle, buzzer to buzzer.
But you know, even though he's a freshman, he's going to grow.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you look at Dane.
Oh yeah. I mean,
they gave him Miracle Grow or something over the spring because he's you know.
No, I agree. I mean, he's definitely got. And looking at his dad, I mean, he's going to have some size there eventually.
Oh yeah.
But we have some athletes, and that's exciting. We got a couple running backs that I don't know if you during the JV game. I mean, they got all the reps. I mean, they are Demetrius McCoy and Kalen Hill, both freshmen. I mean, they're basically our JV backs at this point, just because we're so slim there. And I mean, have a great future ahead of them as long as they, you know, get their grades right and keep working hard. I mean, they're going to be able to help us down the road.
Is the game on Monday? Is that a makeup game? I mean,
No.
there's one we missed.
Yeah, we missed the Lawrence County game.
Yeah.
That was actually rescheduled for fall break.
All right.
And this game on Monday is actually Spring Hill. So
okay. Okay.
We've been telling them pay attention because you're going to see the same thing come next week. That's been a.
Is it at Spring Hill?
It's at Spring Hill. That's been a huge blessing this year with our schedule, the way it's worked out, because the way we have done practice is, like Coach Sykes was saying, our freshmen integrate in individual drills and things like that, and then we just separate when we go team. But they've been able to prepare, with the exception of Hillwood, they've been able to prepare each week for learning the things that the varsity are learning. So not only are they plugging into what's going on ahead down the road, but they're also getting prepared for Monday, because following week we've been playing the same team varsity just played. So that's been pretty good as far as our schedule working out. And we got some growing pains. I mean, Monday didn't turn out the way we wanted it. That's for sure.
When you asked about the big game we had this past Monday, we had a game Monday?
Well, I thought he was talking about
the second half.
I thought he was talking about Monday Night Football. Or the volleyball game. That was a pretty big one.
Yeah, the volleyball game was a big game.
But, the biggest struggle we've had, man, is just getting the freshmen to buy in and understand, hey, you got to show up. You can't just show up on walkthrough day and decide to play. I mean, 2 weeks ago, we went down to Lincoln County and only really had 5 linemen. I mean, really 4, and threw another guy in there and just said, hey, you're going to have to play line tonight. And it was obviously we got it handed to us a little bit up front.
Yeah,
and,
Lincoln County's line. We got to do
like
something
Dave.
about getting some more cornfields around here or something.
Yeah.
Because them corn-fed boys down in Lincoln County.
You ain't lying.
I'm telling you, we've always said that.
Yeah,
and every year, Lincoln County plays us tough. I don't care. I don't care if they're 0-9.
Well,
they're going to come in here and beat us.
And you remember that freshman that played against us on Friday?
Yeah.
He started the freshman game that following Monday. So I was like, oh, crap.
He played about a half before they were like, well, we've got this in hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Throw the backup in.
The kid walks out and is as big as Dave, and you're like, what do you do?
There's not much you can do, but
no.
Well, guys, good luck with your freshmen.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. I mean, it's like Scott said, I think it's growing pains and a little bit of a learning curve with I don't want to just say the students because they're 14. There's only so much they can do to get themselves to certain practices that we have, and Sunday workouts and things. But I think once we can get whoever's giving them a ride, get them all on the same page and understand that what kind of commitment high school football takes, I think we'll see a lot of strides forward in the right direction.
Yeah. All right, big game tomorrow night. It's going to be the Parks Motor Sales Backyard Bowl with the Mayor's Cup. That's going to take 2 football players to put into a back of a pickup truck that we're going to take home to City Hall is what we're going to do. 7:06 is kickoff because it's TV. Big tailgate tomorrow, 4:30 to 6:45, sponsored by Coca-Cola. And then the big Chick-fil-A halftime show with both bands, Spring Hill, Columbia Central High School Marching Band, and Serena Joy Crow, who was a finalist on American Idol, singing with them. It should be a big deal. So, we love hoopla, we love song and dance, but we also love to win football games.
Amen.
Okay, it'd be a lot more fun when we win the game.
That's right. Yeah, and our guys are hoisting the Mayor's Cup.
Yeah.
So for everybody on the panel, that's it for Thursday Night Preview. Have a good night, and go Lions.